Gay people exist, and that's okay. Gay people are real, and they're here. Who cares if your friend is gay? They're just gonna go do their gay thing on their own, and you don't have to be a part of it. Let them go be gay. That's a them thing, and you're you. You're not gay, but they are, and that's okay. Gay is good for them. Not for you though, but they're gay. Let them go be gay while you're straight. Gay is here, and it's happening.
Transphobia is so goddamn stupid. You're deciding who I am, what kind of person I am based on what you think is going on down here, but like, what if you're wrong, you know? Like, how would you ever know? You won't. You can't, unless you feel like giving your mom a call.
Here's what your gender says about you. Number 1, if you are a boy, you are a boy. Congratulations. Number 2, if you are a girl, you are a girl. Number 3, if you are honey. Number 3, if you are honey, kitty cat, meow, boots the house down, slay, mama, queen. You forgot to drink water again today. Wow, how groundbreaking. Number 4, if you are a desolate wasteland full of strawberries no human hands will ever touch, you need to tell your friends the boundaries that you have before they cross the boundaries that you have. They can't, you're mad about something that they crossed without knowing what it was. And finally, number 5, if you are 17, erotica novels, decrepit inside of an abandoned building, please take care of yourself. Like, self-regulate, like, do something. A milkshake, go get a milkshake. When was the last time you had a milkshake? Jesus Christ, are you okay? Oh, also you're touch-starved. But, you know, sort of implied with the gin. Okay, thanks, bye. Why are you still watching this video?
Oh no, what the fuck? What happened? Just one of my favorite influencers is being canceled, I guess? God damn it. Oh no, that's the worst. What did they do? I guess everyone's saying that she's like a bad person or something. I don't know. Cancel culture is the worst. You're telling me. Can I see one of her videos? Yeah. Let me just find one really quickly. She has so many good ones. Okay, here's one. This is from yesterday. Cool.
Good morning, you fucking losers. Get ready with me to go commit tax fraud. But before we get into it, I'm gonna tell you the story of how my best friend got fat. As always, be sure to like, share, and send me money on Zelle.
So you followed this person. Yeah, she's awesome. And you're surprised that she's being canceled. Yeah, I mean, she's hilarious. Well, let me see another one. Maybe I just got the wrong impression. Yeah, let me just find... Oh my god, she looks so good in this one. Okay.
Maybe this is a hot take, but if you're in an abusive relationship, you're actually a loser. This is why men don't respect you. Grow a pair of balls and walk away.
Yeah, this is not a good person. What do you mean she's not a good person? She's so hot. Okay, yeah, no, I knew she was terrible.
She's not a lesbian. Softball is a girl's sport.
I just think they're pretty.
What? Because she listens to Boy Genius every day of her life doesn't mean she likes girls. So what? She used to undress her Barbies and look at their boobs. Sometimes. Not a lesbian, right?
No.
Just because she has a best friend that she shares a bed with every night, they're saving on rent. Septum piercings aren't a lesbian. There may be a little gay, but not a lesbian.
Just a little.
Yeah. Just because she played rugby and has a Subaru and has a girlfriend.
Are you looks maxing? Are you alien maxing? Are you making sure to do your makeup and dress in accordance with your astral sign? Are you making sure to do your makeup and dress in accordance with your facial shape? Don't you need to go buy new hair and skincare products? Here are the best, most expensive ones that will prevent you from getting wrinkles. You don't want to get wrinkles, do you? You don't want to have split ends, do you? You don't want to be fucking ugly, do you? Are you actually pretty? Are you TikTok pretty? What kind of pretty are you? Does your hoodie? Are you making sure to spend all of your money to stay fucking pretty? You don't want to look like you're putting makeup on a pig, do you? This app is fucking ridiculous.
Y'all are gonna see me in an ad, okay? It's a Starbucks ad, okay? And I know I said I'm boycotting. I even went to a Krispy Kreme once, but I signed the deal before I knew about the boycott. Okay. But I submitted the material after I found out about the boycott, the same day I found out about the boycott, actually. Oh, okay. Because I make a decent amount of money, enough to make rent, but I don't make that much money. Okay, why are you telling why? Because I think folks see people online and they think, oh, they're doing so well, when really, like, I went to a Planned Parenthood to get tested because everyone should get tested, right? What? This is relevant, I promise. I saw these nurses come in with Starbucks and I was like, whoa, the internet would be so mad at them. But then also, like, those nurses are already doing so much good, you know? Are you comparing yourself to the nurses at Planned Parenthood? No, but I just think sometimes the left forgets that some people don't know about boycotts or don't have the means to participate in them. But you knew about the boycott and you have the desire and the means to participate. Oh no, the embarrassing truth is if I had backed out of my Starbucks contract, I would not have been able to make rent. Didn't you just say that you make a decent amount of money enough to make rent? I don't know, but I don't want to make it seem like I didn't have a choice, because obviously I had a choice, but I didn't have a choice. I'm so confused. Look, I'm just making this video because some people are up in my comments saying that I'm the enemy, but it's what I had to do, and I still support the cause. I don't think it's that you're the enemy, I just think it's so common for white activism to begin and end with where white people personally benefit that it's completely valid for people to have criticism or feel discomfort that you moved forward with this partnership after declaring that you were a part of the boycott. Well, I'm sorry for that, and I wish I could have done more, but sometimes reality takes precedent. Okay. Whatever that means.
Guys, I'm a lesbian. Guys, I'm a lesbian. Guys, I'm a lesbian. Guys, I'm a lesbian. Like, no men. Like, no. 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 I can't do it. I can't.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Hey gays, welcome to my 2023 lesbian movie wrap-up where I give a brief overview of all the movies with queer women that I watched this year. Number of films featuring queer women that I watched this year, 74. Number of those films that were released in 2023, 23. 77% of queer women were protagonists, 17% were supporting characters, 4% were part of a large ensemble, and 1% were minor characters. Many of the films had multiple genres, but the most prolific one was definitely drama, and I think that just says more about the kind of films that I tend to look for. 54% of the films featured queer women of color. The average score I gave on Letterboxd was a 2.58. Number of films that made me cry, 10. I will now be giving superlatives to individual films, and I will not be explaining them. Made me cry the most, The Persian Version. Best post-film discussions, Anatomy of a Fall. Most cathartic ending scene, Fancy Dance. First kiss that gave me the most butterflies, You Can Live Forever. I liked it, but no one else did, Perpetrator. Everyone else liked it, but I didn't, Babylon. Most bullshit lesbian death, Valley of a Thousand Hills. Most deserved lesbian death, Lyle. Best unlikable character, Appropriate Behavior. Most fun to see with an audience, Bottoms. Most bonkers plot, With a Kiss I Die. Most unfulfilled potential, Jagged Mind. Most aesthetically pleasing but will probably bore you, A Human Position. I don't know if it's good, but I had a great time, The Archer. Movie that still haunts me, Huesera the Bone Woman. Biggest gasp at the ending, The Five Devils. And my favorite lesbian movie I saw this year, Blue Jean. Thanks, gays.
I went to a gay bar a few nights ago. I went with a girl, and we're waiting in line. We get to the bouncer. The bouncer's like this big, tough mask lady. My girl like hands her ID, and the bouncer's looking at it, reading it, looking real close. I'm like, damn, what? Is she about to get rejected or something? Like, it was a real ID. She goes, smile for me. And my girl goes, and she goes, yeah, there's them dimples. Get in there, baby. And my girl like blushes. I'm like, what the fuck? I just got violated. I'm like, wait, damn, you ate, but damn. I'm like, shit, give me my ID. Damn, I'm going there mad as fuck after her. I can't with these lesbians.
Here's a list of things that Israel has banned from entering Gaza from 2010, Part 3. French fries, notebooks, newspapers, writing implements, A24 paper, empty flower pots, toys, sewing machines, and sewing machine spare parts. Can any Zionist please explain this list?
Beautiful exercise, but so many people still struggle with them. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do them so that you don't have to worry anymore. So, sorry, what the fuck just happened there? Why did he put his weight behind me? Take your bar. I can't do that. All right, so you're going to take your bar back, squeezing those lats, and that is how you do.
If you've ever wondered what it looks like to be the 15% of autistic people who hold a full-time job, this is what it looks like. In my last video, I explained that the reason my house looks like this is because I have autism and ADHD. And when those two things interact with your childhood trauma, it makes it hard to clean. And my whole comment section was filled with people trying to give me advice or tell me tips in order to make it easier to do the dishes. But here's the thing. I don't have a hard time doing the dishes because I'm not good at it. I'm a very efficient dishwasher, okay? I actually was a professional dishwasher for 2 years. So I know how to wash the fucking dishes. The problem is I have autism and ADHD. So this is burnout. I explained it in my last video, and for some reason a lot of people got really confused and thought that it was a me problem. This is me taking a break. Also, look at this onion. It was growing. Anyways, so I don't know why everybody in my comment thought that, like, this is a problem I have because I don't know how to wash dishes. I know how to wash dishes, but I have mental health issues that stop me from being able to do tasks, which is what I explained in my last video. These videos, I make them to help people feel less alone about their autistic burnout. Because again, only 15% of autistic people work, and all the time other autistics ask us, how do we do that? And this is how. You get burnt out, you neglect yourself, you don't shower for 3 weeks, and it's really difficult. And guess what? I still didn't even finish this, so here's where we're at. Okay, bye.
Hi everyone, it's Karina. I'm here in Southern California where I was born and raised. I'm visiting family for the holidays, but not just that. We are building a fighting socialist campaign, and so I'm excited to announce here in California that we are definitely seeking the nomination to be on the Peace and Freedom Party's ballot. And that means that what we need to get on that ballot in November is that there's a primary that's happening on March 5th, and there's early voting happening on February 5th. And so if you are registered as Peace and Freedom Party, that means that you can vote for Claudia and I to be on the ballot in November. And if you're not registered as Peace and Freedom Party, you could still get registered under Peace and Freedom Party so that we can get our campaign on that ballot. So help us out, join, go to votesocialist2024.com. We are fighting this campaign, and so we need all of your help. We're starting to campaign and get in the streets. We already have thousands of signatures that were collected in order for us to be able to continue to seek this nomination. And so now we need you to vote in the primaries and to continue to build out this campaign with us. So thank you for all your help so far, and let's do this.
Palestine updates for today. Starting 2024 hot with 29 Israeli soldiers killed in friendly fire. This means that essentially Israeli forces accidentally killed their own soldiers. They haven't really given us details on how this happened. We know that 2 of them were killed in gunfire that was not meant for them, and 9 of them were killed in accidents, including, but not limited to, being run over by armored vehicles. Iran has now sent a warship to the Red Sea, which is a pretty big deal because so far Iran has basically made their proxies do all of their work for them. This is after US decided to kill some Houthis over some stolen ships, so we'll see where that goes. We have some good and bad news. The Gaza Strip has received a bunch of much needed vaccines for newborn and babies, but unfortunately distribution of that is going to be very hard because of the ongoing bombardment of Israeli forces. The hospital situation in the Gaza Strip is now categorized as totally catastrophic, as only 9 of the hospitals are partially functioning at way more capacity than they can hold due to multiple reasons, but every single reason traces back directly to the ongoing bombardment done by the Israeli forces. Of course, leaving out the fact that they bombed a hospital because they said there was a command center at the bottom of it, which was never proven to be true. Death toll has now officially risen to 21,978 people, 156 people being killed during the new year. Make sure to like, comment, and share, and I'll be back tomorrow with more updates.
Garfield is actually a radical anti-capitalist Marxist. Complete disregard for the alienating work schedule that all of us are put into, and instead his complete relaxation serves as a juxtaposition to the hustle culture that we've all been implanted into. Garfield radically opposes this and tells us all to be a little bit lazy, such that as a complete juxtaposition to the Protestant morality that the entire system of capital is built off of. In addition, his classic catchphrase, "I hate Monday," serves as a perfect allegory for the hatred towards the 5-day work week that we are all subject to under capital. The subtle commentary on how, for late-stage capitalism, the falling rate of profit, even though productivity has reached record levels, the amount of time we work has been increased and our pays have been decreased because capital needs a way to artificially offset the falling rate of profit. In addition, the reserve army of labor serves as a good way to keep both workers under a constant state of fear in case they might be fired and thrown onto the streets, but also forces the workers that are employed to take on the jobs of 2 or 3 people when easily everybody of working age and of working ability could be employed, reducing the work for the rest of us. In all these ways, Garfield is truly one of the greatest anti-capitalist heroes. Uphold Marxist-Leninism, Garfieldism, and the Garfield line of thought.
The infrastructure in this country is in shambles. You might have heard about the implosion of the Bronx building last week, as well as other news about the collapse of bridges, crumbling roads, the floods that paralyzed New York City not long ago, and the failing of the essential utilities all across the country. People are suffering due to the failure of the government to invest in infrastructure. The American Society of Civil Engineers reported that the U.S. infrastructure score is a C-. Is that a report card you'd accept? Well, it's the highest it's been in 20 years, a mediocre score for the wealthiest country in the world. The amount of wealth in this country is unbelievable. The problem is that it's hoarded by a tiny handful of people. There's a little more than 700 billionaires who live in this country, and combined, they have about $4.5 trillion in wealth. The annual revenue of the 3 biggest companies in the United States, Walmart, Amazon, and ExxonMobil, is roughly $1.5 trillion. What if this wealth that has been collectively produced and stolen was socialized and invested in infrastructure and other public needs instead of being used to provide luxury lifestyles for just a little group of people? These super wealthy corporate executives are happy to sit back and watch the country collapse if it means they get to avoid giving back part of this money to fund desperately needed public investments in infrastructure. What if rather than putting trillions of working people's tax dollars into war, we cut the military budget and provide better housing, better roads, transportation, and schools for working class people? This is possible. These are socialist solutions. We tell the big corporations that their profit margins don't mean a thing compared to the lives and well-being of the majority of the people. We can seize the wealth that workers create and bosses take and use that to improve the living conditions of our people. We can create a life with dignity, the dignity that we deserve. Right now, the people do not have the power to make this decision. Billionaires own the government just like they own the economy. And that's why we're running this campaign, to build a movement to take the power and build the society that puts people over profit.
This time 5 years ago, I was definitely fighting people on the internet who were so convinced that me telling them they needed to read a book to learn new things was elitist. And I didn't mean that in the sense that you can only learn from books. I was just very mindful of the fact that we've all been socialized to seek new information in the same way, through an authority figure, through a teacher, all through primary school, all through high school. And if you didn't go to uni, it means the last time you would have actively tried to learn something might have been when you were 18. At this point, we were 25. We've been socialized to expect that if we're meant to learn new information, it will come to us. And only when it comes to us will we then absorb it.
Can y'all stop telling people that joy is a form of resistance?
Respectfully, I completely disagree with this. Actually, joy is a very powerful tool of resistance, and it's also needed in any liberation movement. Self-care was actually popularized by Audre Lorde in the 1980s as a way for Black and brown communities to reclaim rest as a practice and as an act of resistance. And within that rest, right, because rest is not simply just laying down. Rest also meant to allow yourself to experience pleasure, allow yourself to experience joy during that time, allow yourself to be with community. All of those are restful acts. When you allow yourself to experience joy, especially when Black and brown bodies have historically not been able to simply just be with joy, that is in itself radical. Because society doesn't want us to have that experience. So why would we want to be a part of a movement that also demonizes joy? We're literally going through the same oppressive ideologies that has been placed onto us, and we're putting it into liberation spaces as well.
Meow. I told you we needed more glitter.
And every single photo is a white woman.
Let's play a little game. I want you to go to your search bar, and I want you to type in book talk. What do you notice about the first 30, 50, 100 videos that pop up under that search? I think you'd find a very interesting pattern there. And folks be wondering why I go so hard when I say I'm on Black Book Talk and not the regular one.
Washcloths are for poor people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I only have one friend use washcloths, and when she would stay with me, she'd say, "Can I have a washcloth?" And I said, "I don't have washcloths. There's no washcloth. Use your hand, dummy."
I really do remember the first time I crashed at a poor friend's house, and then he handed over like a towel for after the shower, and then a bar soap, and then a little one. I go, "What's the little towel?" And he goes, "A washcloth." And I go, I threw it back at him. I'm like, "I'm good." And he was like,
I saw this video a while ago, and as you can see, this tweet says, "Is poor code for ... And I'm going to answer that question for you. They talked about this already, and I made a video about it in the past. Let's watch it.
You're just anti-leg
I'm not black.
washes.
I'm not gonna wash my legs and feet.
You think that's just a black people thing?
Clearly.
Well, and he's
The only one here who took the day off washes his legs and feet. No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I don't think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing.
What?
Because
I've only met poors who use them.
He said it wasn't about black people, but then says, only black people wash their feet and their legs. And a lot of us already know, we've had these conversations before. It's in sitcoms, it's on television, TV. We use washcloths. It's no, secret. And we always talk about how white people just use their hands. They use the bar of soap. How does it make you poor? I don't know, because you have to pay for washcloths. But I guess that makes me poor, because I'll never stop using my washcloth. It makes me feel clean, it gets me clean, and I get to wash my feet and my legs with it as well.
All right, everybody, let's roll to see how your 2024 is going to be. Okay, so that's definitely going to hit. Let's go ahead and roll for damage. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, so if you add all of that up, I think that means you're going to kick this year's ass. Happy New Year.